Hello, welcome back. Now, before we move on to Unity, we have one last pending job in Blender. Let us finish it off. The one thing that we do is in our mole game, whenever you are clicking on a mole, the mole goes in. You need some action to hit the mole. So what we have decided is, let us design a hammer so that whenever you click the mouse, the hammer will tap the mole head and the mole goes down. It will be more realistic. So for this, the next job we need is we need to create a hammer, 3D hammer. And for this again, let us come back to Blender. So in Blender, we have now opened a new project here, and in this project right now, let us go to file and choose save as, and save this file as hammer and click save. So we have saved this file, and then press A to select everything on the screen, press X, and when the pop-up menu comes, click delete. So we have removed all the items here, and let us start by adding a simple cylinder. For this, press Shift plus A, and in mesh let us add a cylinder. As soon as the add a cylinder, you have this add cylinder option popping up. Only thing is, this cylinder by default is 32 vertices. Okay, it is more rounded. We doesn't need so many vertices, so let us reduce these vertices from 32 to 16. So let us create a 16 vertices cylinder. Remember, once you create the cylinder, and if you select some other object, this add cylinder object will not be available. So that's why as soon as you create the cylinder, you have to adjust this parameter. Okay, this is fine now. So now press 1 and come to front view, and in the front view you can see the center of the cylinder is the origin of the cylinder is at the center. So to rectify it, what shall we do is select this entire cylinder, press Shift plus Tab to switch on the swap mode, and press G, and along the Z axis move it to this origin point, and still the center of origin is at the center of this cylinder. To set it back here, now let us press Control A, and when you press Control A, you have apply location. Click on apply location, and you can now see the origin point has been shifted to this base. So okay, so that the base is the origin point. So with this, next what we shall now do is let us scale it down, say press yes, and let us scale it down to around 0.3, and okay, this is fine. And then let us scale it down now only along the Z axis by around 13 units. Okay, this is fine. We have scaled it along the X, that is Z axis, by 13 unit, and we want a kind of cylinder at the top area here, so the hammer portion. So for this hammer portion, what we shall do is come back to front view now, and in front view with the cylinder selected, press Shift plus D. It has got duplicated, and once it is duplicated along the Z axis, move it by approximately 6 units. So you can see here I have moved it by around 6 units along the Z axis, and after I move it along Z axis by 6 units, okay, with this selected, now let us, what we shall do is in the front view now, press yes here to scale it, and let us scale it to by around 3 units. Approximately I have scaled it by around 3 units, and again press yes, and along the Z axis let us scale it down. Okay, so let us reduce the scale along the along the Z axis. Let us make it something around 0.3 or 0.2. Okay, so we have made 0.3. Still let us scale it down. Press yes, and along the Z let us scale it down like this. So somewhat you can come to front view and see, okay, this is like the hammer part, this is the hammer head part. If required, press yes, and scale down the entire thing by 2 units. Let us make it slightly bigger, this hammer part. Okay, this is along yes, and along Z let us reduce it by around 0.5. Okay, this is good. So this size is okay, so I have set it to this size. And after this, to make this top hammer part look like a hammer, so what we shall now do is select this top hammer part and press tab to enter into the edit mode. And in the edit mode now, first let us press Ctrl R and add one center edge loop. click twice to apply that edge loop. So we have added one edge loop at the center. Then come to face mode, press 3 on your keyboard. You are now in face mode. Select the top face and then now press E to extrude it slightly. Okay, press shift tab to switch off this so switch on this. Now this snapping is switched off. Now slightly move it up and then press scale and slightly scale it down like this. Okay, this is fine. So we have that curved surface. Similarly down also, select this face, press E and slightly extrude it and then press yes and scale it down. And when you are scaling it down at the center, let us scale it down to the width of the bottom handle and then press G and along the Z axis slightly move it down like this, so that this appears like a somewhat like a hammer like this. And let us bevel the edges in this. So press 2 and come to edge mode. With alt press select the edge over here, press Ctrl B and if you drag it, see you can see the beveling. So let us apply a slight bevel over here. Okay, this is fine. And similarly even this edge, select these two edges, press alt and click this edge to edge select the entire thing. With alt press I have selected it, press Ctrl B and let us bevel even this slight bevel like this. Okay, slightly let us bevel this. Okay, this is fine. And similarly even the top edge, press alt and click it to select the entire edge, then again press Ctrl B and now let us bevel this slightly. Okay, fine. So we have added a slight amount of bevel all around this and this is looking almost fine. So even at the now press tab and come into the object mode and we can also select the bottom that is the cylinder here, the bottom cylinder, and press tab here also. And then let us with face selection select the bottom face, extrude it slightly, yes, scale it down. Okay, so that this is somewhat bulges in the surface like this. And then let us again even here, okay, this is fine, let us leave it like this. So come to front view and somewhat a structure. Okay, in the front view you can see okay, fine, we have somewhat a structure like a hammer. If required, select this, come out to object mode by pressing tab, select this top area and click shaded smooth. Okay, I have added a smooth shade over here and okay, this is fine. Even for the bottom one, select and select shade smooth. So both the object we have shaded smooth. And next let us add some materials to this. Okay, now let us add some materials to it. So for this, come to the material window here and select this hammer head area and create a new material and name this as hammer underscore head underscore material. Okay, and let us give it a color. Let us choose some somewhat a bluish tint here. Okay, so come to shaded area and now you can see, let us add some contrasting colors. Okay, so we have added a blue color over here. And similarly now select the bottom handle and click new and give it the name as hammer underscore handle material. And for this let us choose a dark brown color. So select some color over here, make it dark brown. So select a dark brown tint like this. And after this what we shall do is select the top one, which should select the bottom one. Both are selected. Now press Ctrl J or go to object and click join. And now this entire hammer is divided into one object. Now come back to front view and let us see the origin point is at the bottom. Okay, that is fine. So we have the origin point at the center. So as we can see here, okay, just to cross check it, you can come here and see the actually the object cursors or gizmos are actually off. If required, you can on this. If I click on move axis. So if I select this, you can see the object axis is appearing. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, this is what we need. This is absolutely fine. This hammer is looking good. Now go to file and choose save, and now we are ready to use it in our game. This we end our modeling work in Blender, and our next session is bringing out the models from the Blender into Unity. So this part, before we proceed with this game, we will have an exclusive session about interacting, that is taking the content from Blender to Unity. As of now, in this game assets that we have created, we have not added any texture. So importing this will not be a problem. For that reason, we will have one session separately where we will use something like a house-like structure. We are going to add textures to it in Blender and see how textures can be imported into Unity and used. So there will be an exclusive session on this, and then we are going to continue with our mole game. So with this, let us conclude this session. Thank you.